What? Hey, how's it going? I'm Trent Windsor, and we're here in search of the perfect shuffle. It's time for another segment of New Editions, where I go through all of the new music from the past week, and I give you all the songs that I think are worth listening to and worth adding to your music library. This week has been a really good one, and I'm really excited about all the music I have to share with you. The first song I'd like to talk about is called Bury a Friend by Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish just announced that she's releasing a new album, and in anticipation of that, she released this single. Bury a Friend is dark, it's creepy. It's probably the spookiest song since,
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight.
She's got Labyrinth on production here. Labyrinth has really been catching my attention recently, especially with his project with Sia and Diplo called LSD. Previously, he produced a song by Noah Cyrus, which is where I knew him from before. But I really enjoy his production style, and he does some things that I think are really unique, that really set him apart from other producers. One thing that he does in this track is he keeps it so that everything is really tense. Everything's really tense, and although the overall volume of the track is quiet, the beat and the melody are very much quiet. Even Billie Eilish herself sounds like she's singing at the lowest possible volume she can, just barely above a whisper, which really adds to the tension of the song. It almost feels like you're screaming inside, and you can't let it out, but you really want to. It's just so tense and so gritty and just terrifying. Everything that a good horror movie does for you. Billie's lyrics are just as creepy, with visceral images like stepping on glass or stapling your tongue. Things that happen in the dark, the scary things, the things we don't like to think about. It definitely should make the soundtrack for the next big horror movie because it's honestly a terrifying song in all the best ways. This song is 35% skippable and a really unique track. I would definitely go check it out. Next we have Hospitalized by the band Broods. Broods just put out a brand new full-length album. It's a very eclectic album with a lot of different sounds and a lot of different styles. This song, Hospitalized, is the one that really stood out to me from this album. It is very bright, very poppy. It's got bright vocals, bright guitars, bright synths. It all comes together to form a very beachy and surreal and dreamy vibe. The music video, which is just a lyric video, it has the lyrics on the bottom, and then there's just a sassy black man dancing in front of a green screen with lasers and space and explosions behind him, all just combining together to form one of the best music videos of all time. What more could you ask for? Lasers, space, explosions, sassy, dancing black men. If you're a fan of Haim or the Aces, then I think you'll really enjoy this song. I would say it's 40% skippable. Next we have a song called Armadillo by a group called Balming Tiger. This track features Omega Sapien and Byung Un, and I really hope I pronounced that last one right. This group is a self-proclaimed alternative K-pop group. That's right, you heard me. K-pop! The K-pop influence really only come in with the quirky beat. What I really loved about this song and what put it on my radar are the fun, energetic, and unique rap verses that come from this group. They're funny, they're confident, and it makes the track really enjoyable. This music video is one that really caught my attention this week. It's one of the first music videos I've watched in a while that really made me laugh out loud. It's weird, it's off the wall. One of the lines in the chorus is, "Get bread like I spread Nutella," and while they say this in the song, they're literally spreading Nutella on money. That kind of sets the tone for the rest of the music video, which is strange and kind of glitchy and really shows off, as I said before, the personalities of the members of the group. This song is catchy and unique. I would say it's 30% skippable. Go check it out and let me know what you think in the comments below. Next we have a new track from the artist Quinn XCii called Life Must Go On. I've really loved him for his infectious melodies and his upbeat, positive lyrics and music, and he continues to deliver those things on this track. It's very positive, hopeful pop about how even in hard times, life must go on, and in a blink it's all gone, and so pay attention to the good parts and really make the most out of things. Like I said, it's a really infectious melody, one that really gets stuck in your head, and it's upbeat, up-tempo, gets your head bopping a little bit. I really enjoyed the music video for this song. This song is in anticipation of a brand new album coming out February 15th. And in this music video, Quinn XCii took a road trip across the country to visit 15 of his fans and play them the album before it came out. He took submissions and chose his favorite ones and went and tried to give back. And I think it was a really cool way to just support the message of this song, which is to appreciate what you have. He's grateful for the fans that he does have, and he showed that gratitude in this way. This is another track that's 30% skippable, and definitely one that's worth checking out the music video as well. Okay, next we have a song called This Road by Children of Bodom. This Road is actually a kid's song for those who are probably like kindergarten age and lower, and it just talks about the different kinds of vehicles that are on the road and the functions that they serve. I'm just kidding. This is a metal song. It's a heavy metal song. Children of Bodom is a heavy metal group. It's honestly a very classic heavy metal song. You've got your driving guitars, your double pedal bass drum, your really growling vocals. I think that they do these things in a way that all the elements combine really well. The drums aren't over the top. They don't take away from any of the other instrumentations. The guitars, while they are driving, they're also very melodic and righteous and kind of soar over the rest of the track. The vocals, while growling, are not over the top. They don't take away from the rest of it. They don't make you cringe as much as some metal can. I think it's a really well done song, especially for the genre where there's a lot of music that can make you kind of uncomfortable sometimes. This is one that gets people's blood pumping and their heart racing, but doesn't go too far in the tropes of metal music. It's 40% skippable. Go check it out. Let me know what you think about it. The next song I'd like to talk about is called Self-Explained by Cherry Glazerr. Cherry Glazerr has a brand new album out, and the album is incredibly eclectic, often just straight up weird. The track Daddy with an I at the end instead of a Y is just as strange as you might expect it to be. But there are definitely some standouts on the album, songs that really caught my attention, especially this one. Self-Explained is a song about being introspective and kind of shy. Basically, the person in this song wants to spend her time alone, but her romantic interest is the only person who kind of breaks her out of that bubble. And the social awkwardness and the tendency towards seclusion and isolation is really well displayed in the music. It definitely brings the feeling of seclusion and isolation and kind of awkwardness. While the instrumentals are kind of heavy-handed, indie rock guitar kind of stuff, the vocals are really soprano, they're light, they're lilting, and they just float right on top of that instrumentation in a really nice way that makes this song unique and gives it a lot of color and a lot of flavor. It's a song that's 40% skippable. You'll definitely enjoy it if you like the eclectic type indie rock groups like Modest Mouse, Guided by Voices, maybe even The Killers. Those kind of sometimes weird, sometimes eclectic indie rock groups. If you like those, then you'll like this song. Go check it out. Okay, we have a brand new album out this week by a pop vocalist. Her name is Nina Nesbitt. I had never heard of Nina Nesbitt before, but listening to this album, I was immediately taken with her sound and her style. It's definitely not reinventing the wheel. She's a classic pop artist, but I really enjoyed quite a few of the songs on this album. There's two that I'd like to talk about today, and the first one is called Somebody Special. Somebody Special is a song about how she is looking for somebody who treats her like somebody who is special and not just any run-of-the-mill person. It's a pure pop song with a minimalist-ish track behind it, definitely along the lines of like electro pop, electro dance type stuff, kind of along the lines of the stuff we'd see from the Chainsmokers or Zedd or other similar artists. I've talked about those kinds of artists before, But on this track, Nina Nesbitt brings something unique to the table. It definitely doesn't follow the pop music formula that we often come to expect nowadays from our radio pop tracks. One thing about this song is that the music video is unintentionally hilarious. I don't think she meant for it to be so funny, but it's really funny. She's with this guy who's like 18 maybe, 16, 14, 12. He's a young looking guy. He looks like he does TikTok for a living, maybe. And obviously she's trying to get his attention throughout the whole music video, and he's obviously ignoring her. The best incidents of her being ignored is when she's cuddling up next to him on the bed, and he reaches over her to the nightstand and grabs a hamburger and just starts
chomping down on this hamburger.
But don't worry, she found herself a boo who rides on the bus with her every night and sketches her because he thinks she's so beautiful, I suppose. I just wonder what the gossip would be between her and her best friend about these two guys, you know?
Oh my gosh. You will not believe what Josh did.
The hamburger eating freak? Oh my gosh, does he still not pay attention to you?
I'm so sick of it.
Yeah, girl, you should dump his 12-year-old booty.
I'm thinking I might because, well, I think I found someone new.
Who is this mystery boy?
Well, I don't know his name, but he has dreads and he draws pictures of me on the bus. I think he's the one.
This is another song that's 30% skippable, definitely worth checking out. The second song on this album that I would like to discuss and that really caught my attention, was a real highlight for me this week, is called The Sun Will Come Up, The Seasons Will Change, which is also the name of the album. The song is a lot slower, it's more relaxed, it's introspective, it's retrospective, and at the same time very hopeful about the future. She sings about how even though things may be bad right now, or they may have been bad in the past, the sun will come up, illuminating the night. The seasons will change. Things can't stay the same. You're going to move forward, you're going to move ahead, and things will change for the better. This song really accentuates the effortlessness of Nina Nesbitt's voice. I really enjoyed how just smooth and relaxed and really effortless her voice does sound. I feel like a lot of the female vocalists we hear nowadays are trying really, really hard. Most of them, to me, just sound kind of like this.
If you wanna be with me, and baby there's a price to pay, I'm a genie in a bottle.
And it just doesn't really do anything for me. But Nina, you can tell she's really talented vocally, and she's worked on it a lot to the point where she doesn't have to try so hard to produce a really good sound. And on this song, it really shows, really brings the mood of the song to a relaxed place, a place of peace, which is, I think, the message that she's trying to put out. This song is only 25% skippable, and definitely a highlight for me this week. The last song I'd like to talk about is called Drive All Night by a group called Joan. This song is like California dream pop. It's an incredible track that's so immersive. The synths on this thing really just wash over you, especially in the chorus, and just transport you to a different time and a different place. It's kind of 80s pop futuristic. It combines really great aspects from bands like Aha and Tears for Fears, Duran Duran, Depeche Mode, those kinds of people. It brings the best elements from those bands in that era and brings them into the modern day. If you enjoyed the newest Charlie Puth album, you'll definitely enjoy this song. It's a song that's been stuck in my head over and over and over this past week, and one that I continue to go back to. Definitely the biggest highlight of the week for me, and that's really because it does transport you from where you're at to the vintage Mercedes driving down the road in the middle of the night. Only 20% skippable, definitely one I would say to throw onto your playlist, throw onto your music library. Go check that one out this week. That's all I've got for you. If you like what I'm doing here, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications, and go check out the music I talked about today. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought, and let me know if I missed any music that I need to go back and check out again. All of the music I talked about today will be linked in the description below, as well as playlists for Apple Music and Spotify. I'm Trent Windsor, and this is The Perfect Shuffle.